Labor Day. Martha, my slow-witted housekeeper, suddenly looked up at me.
Mrs. Hayes, what does Labor Day actually mean? Is it the kind of labor Mr. Hayes does on top of Miss Vivian?
I blinked, figured she was just talking nonsense again. I just called my friend Vivian, let her come to try on her bridesmaid dress.
Mrs. Hayes, Mr. Hayes said for the whole 5 days he's going to that island, getting married to Miss Vivian. You don't need to call them. Martha, Mr. Hayes and I already signed the marriage license. He took 5 days off so we could finally have our wedding. He's not going off to marry my friend. Understand? But Mr. Hayes said, your marriage license is fake. The seal on it is flat. The real one is supposed to be raised, pressed deep so you can feel it under your thumb.
Half believing her, I dug out the marriage license. After touching it, my heart dropped. Right on cue, my husband, Derek Hayes, called.
Baby, something came up. There is a business trip. I have to cancel my time off. We'll push the reception back a little. When I'm home, we'll throw a bigger wedding, an even grander one, okay?
I thought about my father's deadline. No wedding by 5 days, the deal was off. Come home, meet the man he'd picked. So I answered, sweet and soft.
Sure. I've got other plans for the 5 days anyway.
His lazy little, still ringing in my ear.
Don't be sad, Ivy. Derek's always telling Vivian in the bedroom that she's the real, Did Martha say too much again? All right, Martha. Isn't your family taking you back to your hometown? Go on ahead.
The phone rang again. This time, it was my father.
Ivy, have you made up your mind?
His voice flat as ever.
Yeah, Dad. I'll come back.
And our deal?
Call it off.
A pause on the other end. It seemed he hadn't expected his stubborn daughter suddenly change her mind. 3 years, she swore she'd marry no one but Derek. I hung up, walked into the bedroom, tossed the fake license into a drawer. The doorbell rang. Vivian stood at the door, holding the little cake I loved.
Ivy, here I am. Where's my bridesmaid dress?
I let her in. I thought about 2 years ago. She came to rely on me. I'd been so moved. I'd let Derek set her up with a job, a house. Derek was always so good to my friends. Soon he was driving her work himself. But at that time, the passenger seat stopped belonging to me.
It's just on my way. I only look after her for you.
It turned to Vivian, who got carsick. Every time the three of us went out, I sat in the back, watched them talk and laugh. If I cut in, it felt out of place. All of it. And until Martha let it slip, I never knew.
Ivy, what are you spacing out about? Nothing. The dress is in the closet. Go try it on.
She smiled and went in. I caught the Tiffany key necklace at her throat. Derek's birthday gift to her, a few days back. The first time I'd ever felt jealous. 5 years I'd known Derek. Apart from wiring me money, his gifts were always just a hug or a kiss.
You're my wife. Everything I have is yours.
That would have been enough for me. Then Vivian showed up, and everything changed. He started granting every little wish she posted online. Iceland's Northern Lights, a limited edition necklace, even a famous cake from some remote little town. Not one thing missed. It made me realize what real love looked like.
Ivy, come look. Looks good. Such a shame. I can't be your bridesmaid over the holiday after all.
My blood went cold. Still, I asked.
Why not? I've got some important life plans of my own coming up.
She didn't seem to want to talk about it. She changed the subject.
Oh, Ivy, have you tried your wedding dress yet?
This wedding had taken me forever to lock down. Derek was never free. He'd dragged it out until couldn't be delayed any longer. Even the custom gown, I couldn't pick up until tonight.
You should have seen it! When I went to try gowns, the stylist said the couture piece was made for me. Derek thought it looked great too.
I looked at her, said nothing. A while back, Vivian had announced out she was getting engaged. When I asked, it turned out she didn't even have a fiancé. She dragged Derek along to try on dresses with her, laughing like it was the most natural thing.
Ivy, I'm borrowing your man for an afternoon. I need someone to model a groom's suit, and Derek's got the build for it.
Derek didn't even hesitate.
Only you'd boss me around like this. Come on, you menace.
They were gone the whole afternoon. He came back with stars in his eyes, going on about how beautiful the dress was. Now I wondered, did he mean the dress or her? 3 years married, I'd never once worn a gown. Every time I asked to hold a real wedding, to invite my parents, Derek was always busy. Busy for 3 years. We'd set a date, then push it. Set it, push it. I'd lost count.
Ivy, you okay? I'm fine.
Derek walked in, 2 coffees in hand, like he'd known there'd be 2 coffee-drinking women waiting.
Well, whose bride is this?
Don't be like that. I'm just trying it on. Shame I can't be the bridesmaid over the holiday. You'll have to make it up to me.
Less sugar, extra milk, hot. Yours is on the table, black.
That order of things always been there. Vivian first. Today it just stung more.
Where's Martha?
She's headed her hometown. I let her leave 2 days early.
That woman's lucky to have an employer as kind as you. And me? I'm the luckiest man alive.
He leaned in to kiss me.
Ugh, the zipper slipped in the back. Help me?
It had been fine a second ago. Now it had slid down, bearing a stretch of beautiful skin. I started to step in. Derek was already moving. He slid it up, smooth, like he'd done it 100 times. It burned my eyes. I walked into the bedroom, started packing.
What are you doing?
Packing. Going home.
They want you back?
Ivy, how many times have I told you we don't need the parents who won't bless us? You really want to go take their abuse again?
He had said it many times. From the first time my parents objected, he'd pushed me to cut them off. If he loved me, how could he stand to make me cut off the parents who raised me?
The wedding was canceled. And you won't be here. What's the point of me staying?
He had no answer for that.
I said we'd push it back, not cancel it. Something blew up at work. There was nothing I could do. And your parents, once I'm through this, I'll go talk to them myself.
Ivy, don't be hard on Derek. You get to stay home all day, sipping coffee, tending your plants. How would you know how slammed he's been lately? I'm his assistant. I know exactly what he's been doing. He's been going nonstop for weeks. Assistant? Aren't you in the business division?
A few days back, at the company, I'd overheard 2 employees talking. Derek's new assistant trails him around all day, door shut several hours, comes out with messy hair. I'd laughed it off back then. I figured Derek's assistant was still Walt, the same one he'd used for years. Turns out, this assistant wasn't that assistant. Vivian froze.
Oh, the business division's been slow, so I offered to take some of the load off Derek. He's exhausted. I couldn't just watch. Ivy, I'm doing this for your husband's sake. You can't help him. So when there's something I can do, am I supposed to just sit on my hands?
Can't help? It wasn't that I couldn't. Derek wouldn't let me near the company. He said I'd married him to enjoy life, nothing more. He just never told me the price of this life. My marriage, my friends, my parents, and my dignity. Derek opened his mouth to agree. Then the front door went.
Mrs. Hayes! Mr. Hayes!
Weren't you off for the break?
Got halfway, then Martha remembered I left the vitamins pills Mrs. Hayes bought me. Came back for them. Mr. Hayes, was that island nice? Oh, Martha remembered Miss Vivial called you in the yard. She said pack sunscreen, she burns easy. Did you bring some? Just a reminder for you. Martha, what are you talking about?
Martha didn't lie.
Miss Vivian, you said, Dereky, honey, don't forget the sunscreen. I tan so easily. Martha heard it very clearly.
The room went silent.
Martha, if your head's not screwed on right, go lie down. Quit spouting garbage! You know how she is. You're gonna believe her? It's a business trip. It has nothing to do with Vivian.
Ivy, you don't actually believe this, do you? Martha's always making things up. Last time she swore I was pregnant, as if I'd hide something like that with my best friend. I know. Martha's not all there. I won't take her seriously.
Derek let out a breath.
Fine. If you really want to go home, go. I'll come get you later. Good chance to meet your parents anyway. I'll make your father accept me as his son-in-law. Promise.
He didn't say things like that often. Before, it would have kept me glowing for days. Now every word sounded like a script for a woman who he never meant to keep promises. Early the next morning, I grabbed my suitcase and walked out. I ran into Martha outside.
Mrs. Hayes! Martha, you're still here? Don't want to go back with my family. They want me working on the farm all days. Mrs. Hayes have been good to Martha. Martha wants to stay and work for Mrs. Hayes. Martha, would you come back to my hometown with me? Work for me out there later. Oh, that'd be wonderful! Miss Vivian's expecting. Mr. Hayes said once the baby comes, he'll hand it to you to raise. And I don't want to look after somebody else's kid.
I went still. My hand drifted to my belly. 3 years married, and he'd never once given me a child. A while ago, I'd mentioned how bored I was at home. Suddenly, he'd said,
Maybe we'll just adopt someday. Childbirth's brutal on a woman. I couldn't bear to put you through it.
I'd actually believed it was tenderness. Plenty of people choose not to have kids. Nothing strange about it. Now I understood. He wasn't sparing me anything. He had other plans all along. When I got home, my father was reading the paper.
You actually came back? No wedding?
No wedding.
Vivian didn't come back with you? Isn't she always staying at your place?
She's busy.
Busy with what? The girls all play. 2 years ago, I gave her a good job. Just like you asked. She turned it down to go chase after you.
I didn't answer. Maybe she'd never come to me at all. Vivian was one of the students my father sponsored. She was likable, easy to have around, so my family took her in. She followed me from high school through grad school. Later, her mother came on as our cook, too. Those years, I fought with my family over Derek. She was the only one who knew everything. She knew how Derek built himself up from nothing. And somewhere in our fights and our makeups, she'd learned exactly how to crawl into his heart.
Paying for her college wasn't enough. You had to drag her through a master's with you. 2 years and not one bit of help to you. She's stuck at Derek's little company. God knows what's so good about it.
Finally, he got to the point.
So you've gone and ended the marriage? And our deal? You begged me to sign that project's partnership rights over to Derek. You promised you'll show me your real wedding before the holiday and win my bless. Then, the rights were his. No wedding, no deal. Now here you are, back home. So is it off? Don't go telling people later that your own father never lifted you up.
My eyes stung. What deal? He'd thrown the game wide open. All Derek had to do was hold one wedding, and that partnership handed over for free. What a pity. His daughter never even got the wedding. I didn't dare tell him the marriage license was fake, or he'd send someone after Derek, and then I'd be the one worrying about him going to prison.
Yeah. It's over.
There was pain in his eyes, but he didn't push. The next day, he had the suitable match come over. The man's family ran one of the biggest manufacturing groups in the state. He sat across from me, studied my face a beat too long.
Adrian Vance.